Hi guys, Bran here, and today we're going to be having a little bit more of an honest conversation here. Usually when I talk about, topics in the game, it's always just like something that's happened recent in the game, some sort of balance change, some sort of popular perk being broken, or some sort of controversy with the game. But like, I don't know, today I just kind of want to talk. Like, I don't want to zero in on like a specific thing and give you my take or anything like that. Like, I just want to talk about what's been on my mind with like the current state of DBD. I think something that's been like ringing in my head like very, very frequently with the game is this idea of like the game was fun at one point. Like the game was like very, very fun. I was like on the grind with this game, and I'm still grinding this game, but like I was like super intense about the grinding this game at one point. Like I was like, I don't know, like I was just so inspired by content creators and so inspired to like go ham and become like the best at this game and do all these crazy things, and I think I think that a lot of that went away, and I feel like a lot of you like understand that, right? Like when you were a Babu survivor or a Babu killer and you did your first moonwalk and you hit somebody, you're like you felt so good. Or the first time you actually successfully reverse pallet stun somebody, rest in peace, and you were like, whoa dude, that was so cool. Like that magic, like where did that go? Because like I haven't felt that with the game in like a really, really long time. And I think the closest I get is Hillbilly, because hitting curves is just amazing, which is kind of like what's making me really, really happy in the game right now. It's just the curving people as Billy, because that does give me that feeling. And I think that maybe perhaps why I'm thinking about this thing, because like it is so fun playing that character and hitting those super skilled and crazy shots. And even if I'm losing, I'm learning, so I'm like not having a bad time. And like I realized that like the whole game used to be like that at one point, right? Like the whole game used to be that fun and entertaining for like all killers and all survivor things. Like it was just fun to play the game. And I don't know, is it our attitude? Or is it like that we like, is it our attitude, or is it that just like we know too much now? Like the magic of like the stuff that we didn't know, we assumed was like fair or in depth. But once we actually like got to that point where like the game was harder and like the higher tiers were just like really, really freaking annoying? Or is it just an attitude thing? Is it actually the same way that it was back then, and we just have like a really, really like horrible attitude about it? Like it's been confusing, because like I said, I don't know how to say it another way. It's just like, where did that magic go, dude? Where did that magic go with this game? Because like it seems specific with this game, because I didn't like lose that magic with a lot of other games that I played, but like obviously it's kind of a slump the past 2 weeks because of the NFT situation being so morally bankrupt, and it's just kind of like I'm still disappointed very deeply in them for that decision. But I think in general I would rather have that feeling of awe and enthusiasm for Dead by Daylight again, but I'm trying to like pinpoint why don't the games feel magical anymore? Are we just seeing things too straight? Or do we know too much about the gen speeds and gen efficiency? Is it that just this level of the game we've like debunked? Like there's nothing mysterious or organic about the game anymore. Everything is like down to like a super processed, efficient gameplay formula, whether it be the survivor or the killer, often both on both sides. Like it's down to playing in the most A to B, most efficient way possible with the least amount of mistakes. It's just formulaic. Like it's just a flow chart. Like are we reaching a point with the game, at least at the higher level, where it's like becoming just a flow chart, and has that removed the magic? Because like killers don't do surprising things anymore. Like they just don't. Like they just all play the exact same way. Like how many blights have you run into that are running Ruin Undying? Like how many blights have you run into that are running Ruin Undying? How many pinheads have you run into that it's Tinker or Hoarder? By the way, you if you play Pinhead right now. Like how many of you run into like what I'm saying? Like it's like people have debunked the game so much at like this level of play that there's basically no surprises or anything interesting anymore. Because if you're trying to play something like interesting or off meta, you're kind of getting blasted. You're kind of getting destroyed, especially in the skill-based matchmaking. Yes, I know skill-based matchmaking is not that different from the last matchmaking, but people are treating it like it's different. So it has become different because of the community, which sucks. So basically, you don't get excited to see certain kills anymore, because for the most part, certain killers only run like 2 or 3 builds, typically, specifically to that character that makes sense. Sometimes you'll see a crazy add-on, like maybe an eerie head every once in a while, but even then, that's not really a thing. That's why I don't mind Tombstone Piece. Like, people are like, wow, Muko needs to get rid of his Tombstone add-ons. I'm like, dude, when I get a Muko that uses Tombstone, I'm like, finally, something different happened, I think that's what this video is going to be. Like, I feel like DBD has just become so wash, rinse, repeat. I think it's horrible pitfall. And it is the antithesis of, like, what an asymmetrical game should be. The game should feel different every time. And even though the maps like can spawn differently, I feel like because the meta has been the same for so long, because like what is considered the good play or the wrong play has not changed in so long, it feels like we're in a stasis. It feels like we're in a flowchart that has no surprises, and therefore every game I enter, I don't feel like it's going to be incredibly dissimilar to the last one I played. And there's only so many times you can do the same thing over and over and over again before it gets unfun and it gets boring. And I think that's why the magic is like not as great for Dead by Daylight, because I remember like when I was a mid-low level player, it was like, oh wow, like what does that character do? Like I didn't know, like I could still get grabbed by Ghostface off a gen like super easily, and even though that was bad for me, it was like exciting. I was like, oh god, what the heck just happened? Or a Mukul staring at me from afar, another survivor going, hey, get off the gen, and I'm like, what do you mean get off the gen? Or the first time I got curved by a Billy while playing a survivor, I was like, what the hell just happened? Dude, that was crazy, like there were so many like magical, funny things just because like I just didn't know any better. But now we all know better, and that takes the magic away. Damn, that hits hard. But yeah, there we go. There's your rant for today, straight from the heart, So yeah, Chihiro agrees. So thank you so much for watching, friendos. Thank you for hearing me rant today. I feel like that was good and constructive. So thank you for allowing me to have a platform to do that and supporting me and having good conversation about that after these, happen. So thank you so much, friendos. If you liked that, make sure you like it with the thumb thing. If you want to keep up with these daily uploads, make sure you sub, because, the YouTube algorithm hates me. And basically every content creator that isn't, somebody official, like, late night shows and that sort of thing. So, support the homies. Other than that, I don't have anything else for you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you when I see you, friends. Goodbye.